You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the Polygon. At Weather Call, we make the Polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 23rd of May. This is James Spann. Got a few random, widely scattered, spotty showers over the northern half of the state today, and that'll be the case for the next several days. Otherwise, kind of hot, muggy, typical late May, early June weather on through Memorial Day. Let's begin with the upper air look today. Again, the ridge weakening a bit here across the deep south. The mid-latitude westerlies dipping a bit farther to the south. A trough digging down across the Rockies. Visible satellite view for most of Alabama. The sky today partly to mostly sunny, but a few spotty showers in progress. We have one thunderstorm as I do this update live at 2:44 north of Scottsboro in Jackson County in northeast Alabama. Got a few scattered showers over Franklin, Marion, Lamar, and Pickens counties in west Alabama. Otherwise, the sky partly sunny. Temperatures are in the 80s in the most spots. Mostly mid-80s. We note Haleyville 77 because of nearby showers. Birmingham 86, the same for Huntsville. Montgomery and Dothan 88, Mobile 87. And again, a little above average for late May, but pretty typical for this time of the year. We do note north of Alabama, like yesterday, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of Middle Tennessee and Kentucky. Off to the west, flash flood watches for parts of North Texas and South Oklahoma. That includes Waco and Dallas-Fort Worth. A severe thunderstorm watch for parts of Maine, up in the northeast United States. So here's the severe weather threat for the rest of today and tonight. Kind of large areas from the plains to the northeast have an enhanced risk over parts of Nebraska, around Omaha. In Alabama, just a very low-end Level 1 out of Level 5 marginal risk over the Tennessee Valley. And I just don't expect any severe weather problems. Having said that, there might be a storm with gusty winds or small hail. This is tomorrow, a risk from Texas to the Great Lakes and then eastward over into the coast of South Carolina. In Alabama, again, a Level 1 out of Level 5 marginal risk over about the northern half of the state. The area is in darker green on that map. And again, there's a slight risk, Level 2 out of 5 for the northwestern corner of the state around the shoals. And again, the main threat coming from small hail and gusty winds. And day 3, which is Saturday, we have an enhanced risk up the Interstate 35 corridor, North Texas up through Oklahoma, Oklahoma City up to Wichita, Kansas. And once again, in Alabama, a kind of low-end Level 1 out of Level 5 marginal risk from Birmingham north. The area is in dark green. Same thing, maybe some small hail and gusty winds. Sunday, keep in mind this outlook runs through the pre-dawn hours Monday. This is valid until 7 a.m. Monday. An enhanced risk north of Alabama, parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, and some of the adjacent states. And again in Alabama, same area, the northern third of the state with the risk. And again, I think most of the day Sunday will be dry. This is for what might be an organized batch of storms late Sunday night and during the pre-dawn hours Monday. And again, the main threat coming from strong winds and possibly some hail. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. Again, a fairly tight gradient across Alabama. We have rain amounts of about 2 inches across the Tennessee Valley, about 1 inch for Birmingham, and not much at all for South Alabama. And if you're beach-bound, weather looks pretty good for the Gulf Coast over the course of the next 5 to 7 days. There might be a few spotty showers down there, perhaps Tuesday of next week. But again, just probably not that much. All right, so before we go into modeling here, let's again peek at the radar. This is the North Alabama radar. And again, you can see that one cluster of heavier storms over Jackson County and the showers pushing into West Alabama. We're live here at 2:47. Little light rain falling around Russellville, Hackleburg, Hamilton, Vernon, Sullivan. And the rest of the area dry. We'll peek at that storm that's up in Jackson County. And again, it's located just below the radar site. This is the high-top radar down towards Skyline. And again, there might be some very small hail. I don't think we have that. Some thunder, lightning. It's somewhat noisy, but it's certainly under severe limits, and it's moving pretty quickly, moving to the east northeast across Jackson County. And again, that's about it for the Tennessee Valley. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 12Z run. This is valid tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. We have a negative tilt trough rotating through the Dakotas in Minnesota. And again, the ridge continues to be a little suppressed down here. So tomorrow will be a day with a mix of sun and clouds, and we'll have a few scattered showers and storms around. They'll be random, not raining everywhere. Most of them, not necessarily all, between about 1 and 10 p.m. And the high tomorrow should be in the upper 80s, much like today. Same thing Saturday. Weather's just not going to change much through Sunday. Partly sunny. A few spots could see a shower or storm during the day, but we certainly would not call it a rainy day. The high will be in the upper 80s. And again, it looks like much of the day Sunday will be dry. Got a deep surface low near Chicago, and that could push an MCS, a mesoscale convective system, in here late Sunday night or maybe during the pre-dawn hours Monday. And we'll be watching for that. But again, a decent chunk of the day dry. And then Monday, Memorial Day, a surface front will be pushing in here, and this one will have enough southward push to make it all the way through. And that will likely bring a better chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday afternoon and Monday night. This is Monday night just after midnight. A number of showers and storms are likely then. And then by Tuesday, most likely the better chance of showers shifting down into South Alabama. Drier air coming into the northern half of the state. The high Tuesday dropping in the low to mid 80s. Wednesday, a very nice day. The humidity values come down. Wednesday morning, we could see some 50s for the cooler pockets. Come on now. That's pretty odd for the end of May. Highs again mid-80s. And a week from today, Thursday, May 30th, got a big vortex north of New England. And for us, once again, we're dry and very pleasant. Lows around 60, highs in the 80s. Let's keep going. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, June 2nd. And again, we have a fairly weak westerly flow aloft here, and again, a dry air mass. So at this point, the latter half of next week and then that following weekend, the weekend of June 1st, 2nd, at this point, looks dry. But of course, we all know that could change. We'll check rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. This is between now and the 6th of June. The mean about 1.5 inches. The green line, that's the mean of the ensemble members. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. Highs mostly in the 80s. The exception is Sunday. Now, Sunday, it looks like will be dry with a lot of sun. That should push temperatures up into the low 90s. We fall back in the mid-80s by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. And again, this is for Birmingham. You see it dropping to 62 there Wednesday and Thursday morning. But clearly, many spots will likely be in the 50s. That will be a pretty refreshing air mass for the end of May. And hot off the presses. Brand new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for May 31st through June 6th. And if this verifies, temperatures here would be a little above average. So a lot of buzz. NOAA, they released their seasonal hurricane outlook today. And longtime readers and viewers here, you know that I'm not a big fan of these things. What do you do with this information? Let's say you live in Gulf Shores or New Orleans or Miami or Galveston. You know, your preparation every season should be the same. And we say this a lot. If there's just one hurricane, one in the entire season, and if it hits your town, it's a big season. But having said all that, most people in the business, they believe this will be an active season for the Atlantic Basin with anomalously warm sea surface temperatures and the ENSO phase changing, flipping from El Nino to La Nina, which often can offer a more favorable upper air pattern for tropical storm and hurricane formation. The numbers here, 17 to 25 named storms, 8 to 13 hurricanes, 4 to 7 major hurricanes. And the probabilistic outlook, there is an 85% chance of the season being above average. And I don't like to use the word normal. There's no such thing as normal in weather. There are averages. And so an 85% chance of this being above average. And the hurricane season begins in about a week on June 1st. And typically the peak of the season comes in August and September. That's when the waters can be warm, very warm. But during active seasons, you can have them anytime, June through November. And quickly a peek at the names, if you've not seen them. The first name this year, Alberto. Beryl, Chris, Debbie, Ernesto, Francine, Gordon. And the list goes on, but if the folks at NOAA are correct in their outlook, they might have to go to the secondary supplemental list, and they'll use all these. But again, we'll see. Hurricane season about a week out. So one more time, let's check the radar. And you can see one cluster of heavy storms coming through Jackson County. That's up in the northeastern corner of the state. And it's not severe, just a typical pop-up storm like you'd see on a summer afternoon. And we'll check the western side of the state. And again, you can see some lighter showers in progress in parts of Franklin, Winston, Marion, Lamar County. Some of the rain in Lamar pushing into Fayette. No thunder, no lightning, just basically rain showers there. And again, that's going to be the deal for the next several days. These spotty, random, scattered showers and storms, mostly during the peak of the daytime heating process. Had a good time today out at Ballantrae. Got a chance to see a lot of golfers. They were getting set to go for a big fundraiser for Grace Klein Ministries, which is an amazing ministry here in the Birmingham Metro that really helps people with food insecurity. They do an amazing job, and it was great to see a huge crowd out at Ballantrae today, so enjoyed that. Again, no book signing this week. It's Memorial Day weekend. The next one is going to be Saturday, June 1st in Selma in Dallas County. And all the summer programs begin next week. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. Right across the hall, Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.